from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
A clerk was stabbed in a violent overnight robbery at a West Side gas station this morning. What police say the suspect took before running off.
And the Almost Park man accused of killing his wife back in court today. What's next for Brad Simpson?
Plus, a woman is facing multiple charges after her 2 young children were found dead. This morning, the questions that still remain as to what exactly happened. All right, with that, we welcome you in. Here we are. Stephania Jimenez is back with us for another morning. Japhani's back tomorrow, but we're coming off another weekend, and you have a good couple days off?
I did. I had a really nice weekend, and I know that a lot of people are excited today because they can finally justify those pumpkin spice lattes officially today. Well, not right now, but it will be the first
few more hours.
Day. Yes, the first fall day. So super excited about that.
Yes, but don't take our word for it. Justin is here to break down the exact timing. And could we have rain back in the picture, Mr. Horn?
Oh, I'm glad you brought both of those topics up because it may be Monday. But we got good news for you. Yes, fall officially starts today, as Stephanie has said. And yes, we have rain in the forecast. So it's all good. It's all good. Let's go outside for you. We've got clouds this morning. Humidity is surging back in. So we'll have some morning low clouds for a bit. Then we'll break out into some sun this afternoon. Now, I will caution you, today is going to be very hot. Yes, it may be the first day of fall, but we'll see temperatures make their way up into the mid-90s. 79 right now, so not much of a cool down at all. In fact, we still have a feels like number of 82. 76 in New Braunfels, 79 Converse, 73 right now in Bernie. Forecast for today, 85 noontime. We lose the morning clouds and we make our way up to 95, which will feel like 100 at times this afternoon. So yes, I want to make sure everyone's fully aware of the kind of heat we got going on today. But that front is not far away. We expect it Wednesday, and so we'll have some rain, I think, Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday night. We're kind of zeroing in on that time frame. What to expect? Some storms possible. We could see a couple storms, maybe up to an inch of rain, which we will absolutely take. And then we'll get some cooler weather on Thursday, less humidity too. You're going to really like the forecast when it comes to those morning lows. By the end of the work week, we're going to show that to you coming up in just a couple minutes. Ernie?
Very good, sir. Thank you very much. 5:02 now to your headlines. New this morning, San Antonio police are investigating a violent robbery overnight at a West Side gas station on Highway 90. Officers say a man walked into the Roadster shell with a knife, pointed to the register, and when the clerk refused to open it, the suspect jumped over the counter and stabbed him multiple times in the back. Police say the man then grabbed random items and took off on foot. That clerk was rushed to University Hospital in unknown condition.
So later today, we could find out when the trial begins for the Almost Park man accused of killing his wife. We're talking about Brad Simpson, the man accused of killing his wife, Suzanne, who disappeared nearly a year ago. Today's hearing comes after a judge recently allowed Simpson to have phone calls with his son as long as they don't talk about the case. Prosecutors were also given until today. This is their deadline to fix a formatting issue with evidence files that the defense couldn't open last time. The judge could set a trial date as early as this afternoon.
All right, so check out what happened when a car crashed into a Lincoln Heights store. It was quite a scene. Luckily, everyone is said to be okay here. San Antonio police say a 61-year-old woman lost control of her car yesterday, crashing it into St. Bernard's clothing store and several other cars in the parking lot. Now, there were people inside the store at the time, but police say nobody was seriously hurt. Officers also say there was no sign the driver was intoxicated, so as of right now, she is not facing any criminal charges.
San Antonio police say that one man is in jail this morning and another is under investigation, accused of stealing roof shingles from construction sites. Officers were called around 3 a.m. yesterday to Sliding Way near I-35 and Fisher Road, that's in Von Ormy. Police say that 2 men were taking shingles when someone tried to stop them, and then one of the suspects threatened him before taking off. Right now, one suspect is locked up and the search for the other one continues today.
There's finally some good news this morning for Uvalde Consolidated Independent School District. Officials say they've made a lot of progress in recovering from last week's technology incident. They have restored phones, internet, security, heating and air conditioning at all of their campuses. They say they will have everything up and running for class this morning. The outage was caused after ransomware was found on the district's servers.
5:04 on your Monday morning. Let's give you a look at some of your morning headlines. You're taking a look at the screen behind me there as the push to recognize a Palestinian state is picking up speed. The UK, Australia, and Canada have now formally recognized it, a move that sparked an angry response from Israel. The three countries say that they're taking a stand over Israel's handling of the war in Gaza. More nations, including France, are expected to make similar announcements at the UN General Assembly later on this week. President Trump says he opposes recognition, but says he would like to see a diplomatic solution there. And President Donald Trump and thousands of people paying their respects to conservative activist Charlie Kirk, as you see right there, a massive memorial in Arizona. Now, this service actually took place inside the Arizona Cardinals Stadium, and it included Vice President J.D. Vance and other administration officials. Now, Kirk's widow, you see right there, Erica, in her own address said that in the midst of all of her grief, she was finding comfort that her husband left this world without any regrets.
I forgive him because it was what Christ did and is what Charlie would do. The answer to hate is not hate. The answer we know from the gospel is love, and always love.
Now, speakers highlighted Kirk's profound faith and his strong belief that young conservatives need to get married, have children, and pass on their values. Meanwhile, a 22-year-old Utah man has been charged with killing Kirk and faces the death penalty if he is convicted. Guys, back to you.
All right, RJ, thank you, sir. Back here locally, San Antonio Startup Week is less than a month away, and this year it will not just be working professionals showing off their ideas.
This is what's most exciting to me. Students from 12 high schools are getting in on all this fun. They've been working on some startups, some of which have thousands of dollars already invested in them. Pretty cool, right? Devin Karp is our unofficial Startup Week correspondent. So, Devin, my friend, you looked into a team who's in on the beverage industry. Tell us about that.
Yeah, when you think of soda, you're probably imagining brands over here like Coke, Pepsi, Dr. Pepper, Sprite. But if these teams of students from Alamo Heights have their way, then these five girls want you to start thinking of Fizzy, their new alternative to healthy sodas in the beverage marketplace. So overall, teams of students like these five girls have been working to learn exactly what it takes to run a startup, working on their elevator pitches, business plans, marketing, product development, regulatory compliance, you name it, they've been practicing it. The team I spoke with behind Fizzy is a group of seniors who've spent the last year honing their plans and already have, get this, nearly $10,000 of investment. They say they want to keep their company going now and beyond college and focus on using healthy ingredients with natural sugars like agave and allulose.
Okay, so over half of our country drinks soda every single day, and they know the terrible effects it leaves. All over the internet, we see that even stevia has negative effects. There's terrible things in Coke, Diet Coke. So we wanted that one solution that just had completely clean ingredients.
So here's how it all ties back up into San Antonio Startup Week. Geekdom and other business leaders are going to give these students a platform to pitch their own work and ideas to a wide range of people over at the conference over there. That's going to include other entrepreneurs like them who've been doing it a lot longer, business owners, even investors too. So it's pretty cool to see. There are a lot of different teams that are going to be competing from multiple high schools and districts around San Antonio who are going to be showing off their work. If you want to learn more about them or any of the other San Antonio Startup Week ideas that are happening right now, we've got them up on our website, KSAT.com. For now, we'll send it back to y'all. Devin Karp, KSAT 12 News.
All right, thank you very much, Devin, and love to see all the talent and all the young entrepreneurship in the San Antonio area. Let's give you an idea of what we're looking at. The roads to start your work week, your Monday morning, 37 at the Alamo Dome Tower. Again, I love that shot there. Bird's eye view, the Gonzalez Convention Center in the background, and the Tower of the Americas at the Alamo Dome. And congrats to UTSA, got a nice win on the road on Saturday night. Let's give you an idea of what we're looking at. Construction right here, and unfortunately our frame kind of cut off there, but that's basically 1604 right there, Northwest Military Highway. You see that construction, for the most part, is starting to scale down. I just checked the maps right now, and it was basically stretching from Military Highway all the way to Blanco Road. So we see that it's basically kind of been cut in half for all of our drivers headed east on 1604. We have cleared out our construction right here, far east side of our viewing area, I-10 at 1516. Good to go there for all of our folks over in eastern Bexar County. And one more quick check here, 35 at Benz Engelman. Earlier we had reports of a stalled vehicle and some construction issues here, but traffic is starting to move along for all of our folks out there at Brooke Army Medical Center. Appreciate you guys being with us. All right, let's check in with Alex Gomez. to see how things are looking in Drive Cam for us on this Monday morning. Alex, what are things looking like?
Yeah, good morning, RJ. Well, Castle Hills is in the clear right now. I'm on 410 eastbound just past Blanco Road, and right now everything looks good. I'm on my way to the northeast side. I hear of a reported crash near I-35 and Weedner. So I'm on my way. I'll let you know what I find out, RJ.
Okay, thank you, Alex. And of course, the northeast side dealing with a lot of construction. We will check back in with him in just a bit. Justin.
It is 5:10, 79 degrees outside with live cam. We can see cloudy skies here over San Antonio. So an indication moisture is moving back in. Will that lead to some rain? I think so, because we've got a front headed our way by midweek. We'll time it out for you and talk about rainfall totals too. Coming up.
All right, thank you, sir. A jury will decide if Amazon illegally tricked people into paying for Prime. The steep penalties they could face still ahead.
Also next, a look back at a special event hosted by the Spurs, Mavericks, and Rockets over at Ingram High, bringing hope to a community that's still healing from the Hill Country floods. It's after the break. Welcome back, my friends. 5:14, right there on the dot. Okay, this is going to put a real big smile on your face. The San Antonio Spurs, the Dallas Mavericks, Houston Rockets, and more than 30 other professional sports teams hosting a special Sport for Healing Fest in Ingram over the weekend. The event was over at Ingram High School, one of the places that served as a reunification site after the July 4th flood.
Yeah, so the goal was to give families an opportunity to get back to even a small sense of normalcy after the flooding this summer. Students from all over the Hill Country played games and got their faces painted.
There's so many people that have been through so much, and it's just, people are happy, smiling, and it's nice to see because it hasn't been like that,
It was special to see this small little school that I go to with so many people from all over Texas here, and it's really cool to see how much support we're getting.
Now, support from the community and a few good catches for Kendall made for a great weekend in the Hill Country.
Love to see all those smiling faces.
They had hockey and the Spurs and all kinds of, it was really nice. Very good. All right. Well, there's been no shortage of help, of course, from cleanup crews to donations of every kind.
But Gage Goulding from our sister station KPRC in Houston found one contribution that's unlike any other.
In the small South Texas town of Victoria, there's a little old quilt shop. Sewing together a project so big.
We are collecting 35,000 of these poppy blocks, and with that, we will make 1,000 quilts.
It's taking help from people around the world.
Franklin, Massachusetts, Reading, Pennsylvania.
From Canada, Guam, Ecuador's on the way.
Connie Courts' fabric store in Victoria is headquarters for what could be one of the largest quilt drives Texas has ever seen. More than 1,000 quilts are being shipped, sewn, and stitched right here. Each piece is coming in individually. These things are called poppy blocks.
So this is a poppy block, okay? It starts out as a component that looks like this.
And ends up looking like this. A beautiful quilt stitched by hand and woven with meaning far beyond the fabric.
I knew that morning as those floods pictures started showing that early Friday morning, I knew we were going to do something.
Each of these quilts are going to someone who had their lives forever changed by the Texas Hill Country flood. And these poppy quilts Connie and her team are sewing together, all 1,000 of them, are for the young girls who went through unimaginable terror the morning of July 4th.
We call our thing Hugs from Texas. What a hug means to me is I know that my mama is up in heaven. Her arms are reaching through that person and hugging me. Well, that's what this is. This is going to give them some comfort. And it's everybody that made the blocks, arms around them. It's God's arms around them. It's everybody's arms from the whole country, the whole world, basically.
And those hugs are already being shared, like from her first delivery of quilts.
And he said, this is the first thing that is mine, because everything else I'm wearing Salvation Army clothing, donated shoes, but this is mine.
And on Friday, it was time to load up and hit the road again, with another 200 hugs just barely squeezing in the car. Each one handcrafted to heal, one stitch at a time. In Victoria, Texas. Gage Goulding, KSAT 12 News.
All right, yes, incredible support from across the state. You love to see everything that we've seen over the weekend, including the Spurs, Rockets, Mavs coming together there for that event in Ingram. So shout out to all those folks that continue to help out the Hill Country there. 1604 Gold Canyon, north side of town, traffic moving along. 410 at East Houston. No major issues on the east side for our drivers out in that area. But as Alex pointed out earlier, it looks like we may have an incident right here. 35, this is going to be southbound at Thousand Oaks and Weidner. So we'll check in with Alex to give us, see if he's made it out to that scene and see if we can get more details here in just a bit. Do want to remind our folks, downtown area, love the skyline in the background, the Frost Tower, but we do have I-10 westbound traffic that is still being affected by construction. You see off to the distance right there, we have some flashing lights. That's going to be the entrance to the lower level. So right now, the lower level of 10 at Frio Street, westbound traffic is being affected by some construction. All right, let's check in with Alex here. Things are looking on the ground in drive cam. Alex, what is the very latest? I believe you're headed out to the northeast side. Alex?
Yeah, and I just passed that scene, RJ. It's going to be on the northbound lanes, I-35 before Weidner Road. The southbound lanes, well, that side has construction, so it looks like they might be clearing out soon, but I-35 north has that accident on that left lane. So I'm making the U-turn right now, and I'm going to see if I can get a better angle of what this scene looks like, RJ.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Alex. You see some flashing lights there off to the distance. So busy start on the northeast side of town. Justin, how we looking? Weather department. It was hot, my friend. I was watching the Cowboys game, unfortunately.
It was
in
toasty.
the patio. It was not fun.
That game, we won't even go into that game. But speaking to the weather, it was, yes, it was hot this weekend. And today happens to be the autumnal equinox, meaning we officially go into fall. Of course, this all has to do with the tilt of the Earth. It's tilted at 23.5 degrees. So at this point, we're neither tilted towards or away from the sun. So we get nearly equal amount of light and darkness across all latitudes. And that is what constitutes the fall equinox. And we officially go into fall just after 1 o'clock this afternoon. Outside right now does not feel like it. We've got cloudy skies, a lot of humidity. Temperatures sitting still near 80 degrees this morning. 76 in New Braunfels, 79 in Converse. And there are some places that already have a heat index. And by the way, the heat index will be a problem today. We're expecting temperatures to actually be in the mid-90s by this afternoon. 97 in Stinson, 96 Port SA. And by the time we get into the afternoon, you factor in the humidity, it'll feel like it's near 100. And this is the kind of heat that will sneak up on you. I mean, I know it was hot this weekend, but this is kind of another step forward here. And tomorrow could be even hotter. It's not until Wednesday that we start to get some relief. So please know that. Don't let it catch you off guard because it's still feeling very summer-like. Here's the futurecast. So this is the front that finally is going to bring us some relief. It dives south as we get into Wednesday morning. It's into central Texas. We got a line of storms with this. Now the question will be, when does this front get here? And I think for the most part, it's going to be Wednesday afternoon. But when it does, it should kick up showers and storms. We could even see a couple strong storms. The severe risk Wednesday is low end, but it's there on a scale of 1 to 501. But some gusty winds, maybe some hail, but some of the stronger storms cannot be ruled out. As far as rainfall, maybe around an inch. That's on average, okay? So there could be some spots that get more than that, up to 3 inches, localized spots. But I think in an average, we're talking around an inch, which we absolutely will take as this front comes through. So 97 tomorrow, that will be our hottest day. 94 Wednesday, 60% chance rain, mainly during the afternoon. We'll see some lingering showers into Thursday morning. And it will still be warm going into the weekend, but look at the mornings. 64 Friday morning. Oh, 65 Saturday morning. Head for the cooler. That's good running weather. So it does get better, I promise. We got to wait a couple days here, though, with some heat, and we'll continue to update that rainfall forecast for you. All right, with the fall equinox upon us, which of these ancient structures develops a shadow shaped like a serpent on the fall equinox? This is a very specific question. Is it the Sphinx, Machu Picchu, Stonehenge, or Chichen Itza? All of these are related, ancient structures related to the equinox, but one of them, you get this serpent. It's pretty incredible. But anyway, vote, ksat.com/polls, scan the QR code, see if you know your history here.
Okay. It's remarkable how these ancient civilizations used like today and the angles of the sun.
They knew all of it. It's incredible.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
I'm not going to cheat this time, I promise.
No Googling allowed.
No.
Okay. Thank you very much, Stephanie. 5:22 right now, 79 degrees outside.
A German luxury brand just dropped a digital notebook combining classic style with cutting-edge tech. Pretty cool stuff. Hey, Christmas, less than 100 days away. Maybe
yes.
something you could consider. Okay. So we're going to explain how it works after the break.
In today's Tech Bites, Amazon on trial again. The company is fighting Federal Trade Commission claims that its Prime service is too hard to cancel. The trial begins days after a judge ruled the company broke the law by taking subscribers' information before disclosing the service terms. Lockheed Martin is revealing new details about its new stealth drone. It's called Vectis. The multi-purpose aircraft is designed to fly alongside fighter jets for surveillance, combat, and strike missions. It's expected to fly within 2 years. And if you're a fan of digital doodling and a little bit bougie, Montblanc is out with a new writing tablet. The luxury pen maker's device features a black and white e-ink screen in aluminum body trimmed in leather. That plus a special pen runs you just over $900. So you have $900. That's for you. Those are your Tech Bites. I'm Perry Russum. Have a great day.
Did he say $900?
I think it's
Yikes.
well, he had said it was bougie. If you're a little bougie,
a little fancy.
Pay a little extra.
All right. Well, time now is 5:26, 79 degrees out there. I know you might be a little excited about the 79 degrees. Not really. Not going to stick around, even though it's the first day of fall.
It'll get better soon.
Yeah. All right.
Meanwhile, she went to help and has still never left. Up next, how one woman is leading volunteers in Hunt and organizing a special benefit concert for the flood victims there.
And in the next half hour, 2 children dead, and their mother is facing multiple charges. Why the Bexar County Sheriff's Office has doubts about what the mother says actually happened. It's after the.
All right, bottom of the hour, here's Stephanie Jimenez on the program here.
Can't get away from you guys.
Yes.
We didn't scare her off. We didn't scare her off on Friday.
I decided to come back for more on Monday.
Well,
Very
good.
exciting.
Well, good.
She needed 2 days off, but now she's back.
Yeah, I know.
We're a lot, I know.
He needed a break.
Yeah.
So 5:29. So I want to tell you about a few things that are happening tonight because it's not exactly fall just yet, but it will be in a few hours. Okay, so there are 2 things going on today that I want to let you know about. Free yoga over at San Pedro Creek. That's happening. That happens every Monday at 6 p.m. You go to the grassy area on the corner of West Houston and Cameron. So that happens. You can do some yoga, although I'm not sure the temperature is going to be quite
hot yoga.
Yeah, there you go. An organic hot yoga. And the museum has Grandparents Appreciation Month, where grandparents can get in for free all month through September 30th. So if you want grandma and grandpa to escape the heat, that's where you can go through the end of the month.
Okay.
That's a good option for the grandparents to take the kids because there's benches they can sit and just watch.
Sure, absolutely.
The kids can have a ball. So that's great stuff. Thank you, Stephanie. And as we look at sunrise and sunset, 7:22 this morning is when the sun is up. 7:30 is the sunset. We talked about this last week. Now, it is the equinox, but we don't have exactly a 12-hour day and 12-hour night. Not just yet. The equilux, as we mentioned, of course, happens a few days from now. So there you go. But it is the equinox. And as we look at the bus stop forecast for the kiddos heading out the door this morning, temperatures will be in the upper 70s. It's warm. It's humid. Definitely shorts and short sleeve type day. 94 degrees at 3 o'clock. Heat index is probably going to be up near 100, so it's pretty rough this afternoon for after school practices. But we do get some changes by midweek. 60% chance of rain on Wednesday. That comes with a cold front, and we'll get some cooler weather. It's slightly cooler by the time we get into Thursday and Friday. Those rain chances pretty much Wednesday afternoon and Wednesday night, but we could have a few lingering showers on Thursday. We'll take another look at that forecast. Also, the tropics continue to be very, very active. We'll look at that too coming up in just a couple minutes. RJ.
All right, thank you very much, Justin. Let's give you a look here at the traffic authority and a couple of our cameras. 37 looking pretty good out here, Pecan Valley, southeast side. Good morning to all of our folks out there with us on Good Morning San Antonio. But a couple different things we're starting to see pop up. This is going to be 35 right here at Thousand Oaks over by O'Connor, the Wiener area. And you see that traffic is slow going. We're going to check in with Alex in just a bit to give you an update on the ground. But real quick, do want to let some folks over here know by Leon Valley. This is going to be 410 right here. Our northbound traffic over by Bandera Road, Rolling Ridge Drive. Just be careful. We have that stalled vehicle again on the northbound lanes of 410 over by Leon Valley. So let's go to Alex Gomez right now in Drive Cam because I believe he's at the scene of that incident on the northeast side of town. Alex, what is the latest?
Yeah, good morning, RJ. This is what the scene looks like on the northeast side. I-35, the northbound lanes, right before you get to Wheaton Road. You can see we do have wreckers on scene, so we are in the clearing stages, but the left lane is going to be blocked right now. Try and stay on that right side of I-35 northbound if you're headed outbound on the northeast side this morning, RJ.
Okay, good information as usual. Thank you very much for that update. Alex, guys, back to you.
All right, time right now, 5:32. Good morning, San Antonio. Our mission is to continue to tell you the stories of the Hill Country flood survivors and the helpers. So this morning, I want you to meet Marissa Rios of Bernie. Where is she? She's right there in that corner right there. Now, she went up to volunteer in Hunt for about a weekend, and she has not left. In fact, she has become a permanent resident of Hunt, and she's helped coordinate volunteers, food, and resources for the Hunt Fire Department. Now, she's part of the small core of volunteers that's still working on the ground. Rios is working with others in Bernie to host the Hope for Hunt benefit concert on Saturday, October 18th. 100% of the proceeds will go towards the Hunt community, with 50% of them going to the Hunt Volunteer Department and the other half to the Hunt Preservation Society. Now, they have a growing list of performers, but a lot of people are excited about one little star.
We're also going to have Skylar Darrington. She is the Camp Mystic survivor. She's going to be singing Hallelujah, so she's going to be making a special appearance. Thompson Square. We have several other great artists that have agreed to come out on their own time. So like I said, right now we just need sponsorships, and hopefully we'll get that in the next few days.
There are 1,500 tickets up for grabs. You can head to KSAT.com right now and search Hunt for links. In the next hour, we're going to tell you more about her story. Ernie?
Good. All right, Patty, thank you for that. Well, meanwhile, in Ingram, the Houston Astros and the Astros Foundation have teamed up to rebuild the Ingram Little League Park, and they have had a lot of help. They're just one of several professional teams giving back to the Hill Country.
All of the teams across Texas are investing in the Hill Country, but also they're investing in their own communities for the people who were impacted that happen to have been here. So this is just the beginning.
So when it's all said and done, the new ballpark will have 3 main fields, 2 practice fields, and brand new batting cages.
This morning, a woman is facing multiple charges after her 2 young children were found dead. Happened Saturday on the far west side. And the thing is that investigators have so many questions about what happened in this case. According to the Bexar County Sheriff's Office, Tyona Eiler called 911 saying that her children died after being left in a hot car. And when deputies arrived near Chancery Gate and Culebra, the children had already been taken inside. Investigators say that there are lots of inconsistencies with the mother's story.
From my understanding right now, from what we're gathering, there's the mom and the 2 children. And the last time that the children were seen was inside the residence. But then when she reports finding them was after 3 p.m. in the car.
The medical examiner is investigating the cause of death. The Bexar County Sheriff's Office is asking any neighbors in that area who live in the neighborhood who took video in that area between 10 a.m. and 3:25 p.m. Saturday to call them. Now, this morning, the White House says that President Trump will announce new actions on what it calls America's rising rate of autism.
Yeah, that's right, Stephanie. According to reports, the administration plans to link autism to Tylenol during pregnancy and suggests that the FDA-approved drug leucovorin as a potential treatment.
I think it's going to be a very important news conference, and we want things to take effect immediately. You know, if there's a question, even if there's a question, you just do it, right?
Now, some medical experts caution that no studies have shown that Tylenol causes autism, and they warn, raising the alarm about pregnant women, that could be dangerous. The maker of Tylenol claims that science shows that acetaminophen is safe. Scientists say that more research is needed before claiming a cause or treatment. Now, the Trump administration also with another deal here. They say that TikTok will continue to operate in the U.S. and that could be finalized in the next couple of days. Under the proposal, a group of U.S. investors would own a majority stake, while Chinese investors would hold about 20%. The administration says the U.S. would control the app's algorithm, and President Trump has mentioned potential involvement from billionaires like Rupert Murdoch and Michael Dell of Dell Computers, who is also a Spurs minority owner. The move comes as Congress passes legislation for a TikTok ban, but executive order voters have allowed the app to continue operating during those round of negotiations. And this morning, the Trump administration is canceling the release of an annual report on hunger. October's report for the 2024 year will be the final one for now. A spokesperson says the report became too costly and claims that trends in food insecurity have remained virtually unchanged despite an increase in government benefits between 2019 and 2023. This decision comes after months after a Republican-controlled Congress passed a domestic spending package that included cuts to food stamps and that program. Okay, so the Chiefs got their first win last night, but Travis Kelce taking a loss in the wallet this morning. The NFL fined the popular Chiefs player more than $14,000 for an obscene gesture that he made during last week's game against the Eagles. He made the gesture after he caught a pass for about 23 yards. The Chiefs lost the game to Philly. It was a rematch of last year's Super Bowl. And we have all likely felt the pain with concert ticket prices, and now the Federal Trade Commission is suing Live Nation, the parent company of Ticketmaster, over allegedly deceptive ticket practices. The FTC says that the company hid fees that can add up to nearly half of the final costs, misrepresented how many tickets were available for shows, and even allowed resellers to profit from flipping those tickets. This lawsuit comes after public outrage over high resale prices for concerts, including Taylor Swift's Eras tour. Justin.
Thanks, sir. It's 5:38, 79 degrees. We're still looking at overcast skies here in San Antonio. We'll start off cloudy, but end up with some sun this afternoon. Gabrielle became a hurricane over the weekend. It's nearing Bermuda, and we've got more activity developing behind it. We'll show you where that's headed coming up.
Plus, here, Ford is recalling more than 100,000 vehicles of a popular sedan. We're going to tell you why and also which models are affected.
Plus, intense video of a driver caught in a California mudslide, and we have an update on that driver and how that person made it out alive coming up.
And the northeast side is still dealing with this crash on I-35 North at Weidner Road. Now, it could be clearing soon. I'll give you all the details after the break.
All right, 5:45 now this morning. Here, I'm so sorry. I'm moving around and they're trying to get my shot. That's on me. That's on me. It's on me. In consumer headlines this morning, despite the Trump administration's tariffs, the price of a new car has stayed steady, unlike me, in recent months. That's according to a new government report. However, if you've taken your car in for repairs, you've probably noticed a difference. The latest Consumer Price Index shows that car repair costs rose 5% between July and August. That's the biggest one-month jump ever. Overall, repairs are up 15% from a year ago. Analysts blame the tariffs on imported cars and parts, which are driving up costs for everyday repairs.
Ford recalling more than 100,000 of its sedans. The issue here is over faulty door trims that could become hazardous on the roads. The recall affects the Ford Taurus model from the years 2016 to 2019. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says that the front door trims may come off while you're driving, although Ford estimates that only about 1% of vehicles are actually at risk. So far, the company has received more than 450 warranty claims, but reports no crashes, no injuries. Dealers, if you bring your car to them, they will inspect the vehicles and also replace those trims for free.
More than 3,000 pounds of Costco's Kirkland signature ahi, tuna, wasabi, poke are being recalled. It is a mouthful, but you would not want to put this in your mouth right now. They were sold at Costco deli stations on September 18th in more than 30 states. The FDA says the recall was initiated after a supplier announced that the green onions used in the product tested positive for listeria. Consumers should throw the product away and contact the store for a full refund.
Yeah, there's nothing like being seafood sick. Sorry, that's what I was thinking.
I believe it. No,
I have not been able to eat sushi since the last time when it kind of sent me down a path.
No.
Yeah,
Oh,
tough
no.
one. Big ahi
This is
tuna
why I
guy.
don't eat sushi.
Oh, no.
Just
playing it safe. You
Just
have to.
reinforces my
I
thoughts
guess.
there.
Absolutely. All right, guys, let's give you a look here at the traffic situation downtown I-10. This is going to be our westbound lanes. Going to the lower levels of 10 right there at Frio, and you see the Frost Tower back in the distance there, but unfortunately still dealing with some ongoing construction right there. It looks like we are starting to clear things out over in Leon Valley for all of our folks. Good morning to everyone out here. We had that stalled vehicle, so we will move on from that. That was in the northbound lanes right there at Rolling Ridge, but this incident right here, 35 North right here at Thousand Oaks, causing some backup here for our folks, all of our drivers coming up from 410 to 35 Windcrest area. So let's check in with Alex and see what we're looking like on the ground out here at this incident in drive cam. Alex, what can you tell us?
Yeah, good morning, RJ. And I believe that this scene should be clearing within minutes. One of the cars is already towed away, and right now you can see this tow truck driver is about to drive off as well. But I-35 North still has that left lane blocked. Try and stay on your right side if you can. And we do have traffic backed up from Wiener Road all the way down to the I-35 410 interchange, RJ.
Okay, thank you very much for that update, Alex, and hopefully they get that cleared out here pretty soon. Justin, what are we looking like today? First day of fall, my friend.
It is going to be very hot. Yes, we may officially be going into fall around midday or so, but it's going to be very hot. In fact, today and tomorrow could be our 2 hottest days of the forecast. Before we get to that, though, real quick, I got to touch on the fact that we got Gabrielle, now a hurricane. She strengthened into a hurricane yesterday. Winds are at 90 miles per hour, so it's low wind, but it's moving north-northwest at about 10 miles per hour. Bermuda is right there. This may get brushed. The island may get brushed by Gabrielle, and then it will quickly move off to the north and east with potentially some strengthening going on here. It could become a Category 3 hurricane. Then behind that, we have 2 new waves that are also kind of moving in a similar way to Gabrielle. This one, a little less of a chance. They're pretty close together, but the chances are that they'll start to turn just like Gabrielle did off to the north and then eventually northeast. We'll see if this outer one, this 30% chance wave here, gets a little bit closer to the United States. We'll keep you posted, but neither one of these are going to be threats to Texas, I can tell you that. As we go outside for you, cloudy skies, 79 degrees. It's a warm morning, 75 in New Braunfels, 79 Converse, 73 in Perney. Hour by hour here, 77 at 8 a.m., 83 at 11 o'clock, 85 noontime, then we'll make our way up to 95. That 95, though, will tell you, will feel like 100 because humidity levels will be that high today. So please know that. It will sneak up on you if you're not careful. That's the kind of heat that, if you're not prepared, can result in some heat illness. Futurecast. Here comes our front. This is what's going to cool us down and help us out. This front will move into central Texas tomorrow. This is 8 a.m. Wednesday. There's a line of storms with this. Likely stays to our north for the first half of the day, but by the afternoon, some of this will sink south. The front should make it through here by Wednesday afternoon, and then we'll feel some cooler weather, at least slightly cooler by Thursday with some lower humidity. And you look at the temperatures here, the front does make a difference. We go from lows in the upper 70s and highs in the upper 90s in some cases to highs near 90 and lows in the 60s. So not a huge cool down, but one that you will certainly notice, and it will feel so much better by Friday morning. We're talking 64 Friday morning as you head off to work and school with an afternoon high of 91, and it's more of a dry heat. So yes, high temperatures will be in the mid 90s today, but we finally do get some relief later this week. To put it all together for you, 60% chance of rain, by the way, on Wednesday, and I think that's mainly Wednesday afternoon. We'll see some of that linger into Wednesday night, and then a few showers potentially Thursday morning, and then that's when things clear out. We got Head for the Cure, of course, on Saturday. It will be great rainy weather, so I hope a lot of people will come out and join us Saturday morning for that.
Nice. Yeah, early in the morning, 65 degrees. That looks really good.
That's good stuff. All right, it is the fall equinox. So my question to you is, which of these structures develops a shadow shaped like a serpent on the fall equinox? Pretty incredible stuff to think that these ancient cultures could figure all this out, but they did. Is it the Sphinx, Machu Picchu, Stonehenge, or Chichen Itza? You can go to ksat.com/poll, scan the QR code, vote. Right now, Chichen Itza getting all the votes, or at least a lot of them, 72%. That answer comes your way in 1 hour.
Thank you. All right, time now is 5:51, and up next, how a driver caught in a California mudslide managed to make it out safely. Look at that. That's terrifying video, and he is telling the tale. Stick around for that.
All right, coming up on 5:55, take a look at some of this video here. Drenching storms turn quiet streets into, whoa, goodness, rivers of mud in California's San Bernardino County. You can see here one driver rushed to move a truck before a powerful mudslide swept through a parking lot.
Took just moments for that motorist to get trapped. I mean, you saw it right there. Roads were buried. Neighbors were cut off. Luckily, the driver that you saw there wasn't in the main current. Eventually, the driver made it out. Other families, in the meantime, while this was happening, had to shelter in place. Some people were trapped in their vehicles temporarily, but luckily, amazingly, no injuries have been reported.
Goodness.
So I have a question for you.
Yes.
Are you ready to lace up? Do you have your running shoes ready? Because the 12th annual Head for the Cure 5K, right around the corner, my friends. The race raises awareness and also funds for brain cancer research. We also love it because it honors our late news director, Jim Boyle.
Sure. So it's happening on Saturday, September 27th at 8 a.m. at Providence Catholic School downtown. And Justin has just informed us moments ago the weather looks to be just fantastic for that. So go to ksatcommunity.com to register and get some more details. Might be even brisk Saturday morning. Okay, 5:56 right now, 79 degrees outside.
Congressman Tony Gonzalez in San Antonio today for a big opening, but the media was uninvited. We're going to tell you how it's linked to an investigation into his staffer's death.
And a West Side robbery turned violent overnight. Next on GMSA, we're going to tell you how police say this stabbing unfolded. Get your look at Drive Cam on the way out the door. This is what Alex Gomez is seeing on this Monday morning. We'll find out what he is tracking traffic-wise. And, of course, RJ will have the very latest on all of that as well, coming up at the top of the hour.